So this here is a sit-in of sorts for sitting, and I definitely can support the idea of being able to have a place to spend time at 5 Points Park. I've lived here for 25 years, and there were times when I was in middle school that I remember after a long day skateboarding, it would be a beautiful thing to take a rest on one of the benches here at 5 Points Park.
At the same time, coming down here seeing that you now have to pay for parking. Obviously that only affects people who have money issues. If you're rich, it won't bother you. And I just see it's just a trend that I don't think we really want to continue. So we're coming down here to say we don't like it.
It's really ironic that it's the citizenry that ends up supporting things like this. It's never really the collective city officials. You know, it's never the government or the city as a whole. It's always individuals that you notice this behavior of, volunteerism and generosity. You know, it's like peace. You know, it's a symptom of individuals as I meet them. It's never a symptom of society. And there's a lot of people who want to come down here and support what's going on. And this is a great way to do it. You know, this town is small enough that word of mouth and grassroots really works here. It's a good example of it.
I don't know what the deal is other than that they don't want the homeless huddling around the benches. I saw that in the paper today.
You know, without park benches, what's a park, you know? So it's kind of cool that people come out to establish their voice and say what needs to be said and take a stand. I understand, I respect the people that live here as well, you know, so maybe some compromise can be made in some way to please everyone, who knows.
I mean, I realize they did it to discourage homelessness, but if the homeless people are hanging out here and they're, behaving well, then it's fine. I mean, if they're misbehaving and being belligerent, then you call the police and have them removed. But everybody should be able to come to a park and sit down, man. It's right across from the library. It's a very peaceful place. And it bothers me that extremely wealthy people that probably did not grow up here can move into town, buy condos and whatever, and dictate to the county commissioners, or city commissioners, I'm sorry, in this case, what can be done.
I like the town because it's okay, but the people just don't pull together like they supposed to. And they always talk about dissension or helping one another, but they're against it. They're against the reality because people don't have jobs.
Exactly.
And
that's
I know
what I mean
about homeless.
That's what I mean about creating.
I'm a character myself because I've been there. I've been homeless too. But and I don't look at a situation when you need help. People look at you like they stunning you, turning you down. Then they want to take the benches. They want to take you, lock you up in jail just for being a human. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If they can come together, make it better, instead of trying to work with it, deal with it, get on the job, then everything will be beautiful.
The DSA and the DMA, they wonder all the time, how can we get more people downtown? How can we get people downtown? How can we get more people here? And then they do things like, charge people money to park. They're taking out the benches. What do they expect? People are going to go elsewhere, I'm afraid, because there's plenty of free parking outside of the downtown limits.
And I would like a place to sit down that's pretty and has trees and not just concrete. So I just think it's outrageous that they have done that.
They've taken them all out from the park, but they're also taking them out everywhere else too, slowly but surely. When we were the other week, we were in line to get some breakfast at First Watch, and we had to wait outside, and the bench that used to be there is gone. I had to sit on the edge of a plant to wait for my table. So, yeah, that's apparently Sarasota downtown is for the condo owners and not for anybody actually on foot or enjoying the downtown or patronizing the establishments. And I think the city's going in the wrong direction here. We need to stop just catering to the condo owners down here and realize that the reason we have a vibrant downtown is because people can come here and enjoy it, and they're taking that away.
I mean, if the city really wanted to make change and really wanted to help out in some way, they would, well, number one, there's Suncoast Coalition to help end homelessness. Right now it's going on. It's a citizens forum. I'm a part of that myself. I mean, they should become involved in that process and support it, and should encourage all the citizens of the city of Sarasota to become involved in that initiative, because that is the way to help solve the homelessness issue, is for everyone to come together and work together and find real solutions that actually work, not taking out the park benches, which, by the way, are public. benches for the public use, which, by the way, the homeless are the public. Whether people like it or not, they are still human beings. They're not animals. And the benches are for everyone.
I think that the thing that bothers me most is the discrimination that's involved with this, because you know, the idea that these people in these buildings can look down and decide what this park's about. It's not the city. It's not us, the citizens that want to be out here. I mean, the people in the condos don't generally come out to the park, I wouldn't imagine. You got a whole entire city that wants to use the park, and it's being dictated by, how many windows is that? 40 windows, you know? It's just ridiculous. So.
It does suck, because they took out the benches. You know, I used to sit there and draw and stuff. Now I got to sit on the ground and it just sucks. And it just makes no sense.
I had read in the paper the day before they were taking the park benches out, and they had, quote, said that there's an incentive for homeless people to get off and go find help or find a job, which I think is ridiculous, because most people in America are one paycheck away from being homeless themselves. And I think it's pitiful that big business around here and the wealthier people feel that they can have influence with the government and talk them into removing public park benches that we pay for out of our tax dollars, so that the homeless don't disturb their view or lower their property values. What they really should be doing is providing more shelters and more help for these people. You know, there's no mental hospitals anymore. They've closed them all down. There's no ongoing outpatient care for these people. A lot of them have mental issues. There's not enough places for people to sleep. Further south from here, I've read in the paper, they're giving out tents because they don't have enough beds. So I feel very strongly, and that's why I'm here.
Me, I'm really highly upset about it. And if I had my way, I'd tell them just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna take the benches? They're human. The old people, I know they pushing it.
Whatever the kids.
But who they there to judge?
Yeah, it's down about.
And when they got to be judged.
Do you think they'll let me up there to talk to them?
You might have to pick, draw a number.